Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.
Who was really in charge of procurement? The Public Health Authority, Linda DeNorsi?
I certainly was not taking the full lead on that for sure.
The government's chief procurement officer, Claudia Ekfaji? Not her either. Governor's chief policy advisor, Carlo Branch, had the final answer.
The governor was the procuring officer during the course of this particular event. And she, as the governor of Guam, in the middle of a public health emergency, exercised her emergency purchase power. So she was the primary person.
Now that that's settled, it was on March 17th after Homeland Security Advisor Tim Uggan apparently dropped the ball on the procurement of the first wave of quarantine hotels. The governor then sent in her legal counsel, Ha Hyun, to get the job done. He even had to reach out to the Attorney General's office for guidance, and as a result, Assistant AG Jessica Toft said she was barred from answering specific questions about her client.
I'm prohibited by 5 GCA 5150 and Guam's rules of professional conduct from talking about that and my involvement and my legal advice to anyone and to my clients. So I apologize for that.
At the end of the day, those who were supposed to sign off on contracts or agreements for the hotel quarantine facilities didn't. Why? Apparently because the governor in executive order cited her Title 10 special powers, or the Emergency Powers Act. Title 10 states that during a public health emergency, the governor may, through an executive order, suspend the provisions of any regulatory statute prescribing procedures for conducting local business or the orders, rules, and regulations of any government of Guam agency, to the extent that strict compliance with the same would prevent, hinder, or delay necessary action, including emergency purchases, by the Public Health Authority to respond to the public health emergency or increase the health threat to the population.
I don't know if I'm certain that the Public Health Authority does not have the authority to suspend law. That's reserved for the executive in executive order.
Right, and what you just read says that the executive has the authority by executive order to suspend the law if it would have prevented, hindered, or delayed necessary action by the Public Health Authority. And Linda, you're still here, Madam Director. Did you ever request to the governor that she bypass regular emergency procurement for the procurement of these hotels?
I didn't request anything at all.
While typically emergency procurement would be handled by Ekfaji at GSA, she too didn't see anywhere in the executive order that any specific laws were suspended.
As we were reading the executive order, it did not delineate that the governor suspended either the 5 GCA, which is the procurement statute, or the 2GAR, the regulations, the procurement rules and regulations. And Chapter 10 did specifically say that if she was going to, bypass all those or execute her powers, that it will be stated through an executive order.
According to information obtained via FOIA, KUAM has only been able to confirm at this point that over $1.7 million was paid to the unsigned agreements for quarantine facilities. During the oversight, DOA Director Edward Byrne said he was ordered by the governor to pay invoices, and so he did. He also said Federal CARES Act funding will be used to pay for the quarantine facilities. We should add that while the first round of quarantine unsigned agreements have expired, a second wave of quarantine hotels were procured, but this time following proper procurement protocols. Senator Perez says another oversight will be planned.
There's so much information that came out of that oversight. I'm still trying to process it.
Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.